Hey everyone, Homerstar here, and welcome to my games I beat in 2024. So this is something I did last year, and I actually enjoyed doing it. So this will hopefully be a annual thing that I do every year. I've done this one a bit earlier than last year. I think I did last year's one like middle of the year, which was stupid. I should have done it around this time, but I only had the idea around that time. But I mean, it's still a bit late this year because I'm doing it in February. The truth is, I had a bit of a cold and a cough in like sort of mid-January, so I was just like coughing all over the place and sneezing. I didn't want to like constantly have to edit the video to get the cough out, so I thought wait until I feel better and then I can do it. So yeah, I've got quite a few games to get through, so let's just go straight into it. So we're starting off on January, so this was January the 9th, and this is technically a rebeat and also technically a re-platinum. I'll explain that in a minute. WWE Legends of WrestleMania, so this is on the PS3. I think I mentioned this in my last year's video, that I couldn't connect my PS3 to my PS4. My old PS3 account couldn't get connected to like this PSN profile thing I use, so I had to kind of use a new account. I had to make a new account, which meant so all the things I platinumed on there, I had to platinum again. And yeah, this is one of them, and another one will come up in a minute. But yeah, like Legends of WrestleMania. This is like this is the weird wrestling game that was like in between 09 and 10, where like all the controls are different, and I guess they tried to make it more of an arcadey style. It's a super easy platinum. Like you can literally get it done in like about a few hours. Like it's really not that hard. Because like the thing that's interesting about this game is that this was kind of like the what would you call it, like the base of like what would eventually have become like the 2K showcase in modern games. Because you have to like sort of relive like moments and that, and you have to get like do different stuff. Like yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a good game. I'd say that this is one to miss. I think the only interesting part about this one is if you have SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, you can like import almost the whole roster into this game. So this game has like a massive roster. Yeah, like that's all I have to say. Like again, platinum's easy. This is like the third time I've had to platinum it now, but I'm just glad I know how to do it again. Next up, okay, might be a bit of a ranty one on this one. Hot Wheels 2 Unleashed. This is another platinum I got. I'm not going to bother with the dates because I always forget to do the dates. But so you also, one thing I should mention is that I got really into doing platinum trophies last year, but I was like in my last video I mentioned doing platinum trophies and that. But this is the year I properly got into platinum trophying, so you'll be seeing a lot of platinums this year. Some of them easy, but you know, a lot of them are just they're games I want to platinum, and this was one of them. So Hot Wheels 2. So this is the sequel to the first one. Again, pretty easy platinum. It's a fun game. Like I really enjoy the Hot Wheels games. They're really fun, especially these ones. These are the best Hot Wheels games. This and the second one. Part of me wants to say the first one's a bit better because it had more like cool characters in it, but this one was still fun. What I will say is, this is a bit of a rant I have to say. For some reason, I don't know what happened, but the DLC was all bugged and I couldn't use it. I downloaded one of the DLCs. I bought one of the DLCs when I went into the game. It just wouldn't work. For some reason, I just couldn't get the DLC working at all. So then I had to like they put it on PlayStation Plus. So I then went on PlayStation Plus and played that version, and then the DLC worked. So I have no idea. So I did eventually get all the DLC trophies, but I had to do it in like a PlayStation Plus version. It was so strange. I don't understand why that was happening. I mean, if anyone could tell me if there's any way to fix it, then let me know. But for some reason the DLC just wouldn't work on here. Yeah, no idea. But still a fun game. I would still recommend the Hot Wheels games. Next up, WarioWare Move It. I think I mentioned this briefly in my game collection video. Yeah, unfortunately there might be a bit of like overlap with this video and that video, but like for some reason, I don't know what happened. Like, no, let me start again. I really, really like this game. Like, I loved Smooth Moves, and this is basically a sequel to Smooth Moves, and it's really fun. My issue is that once you beat the game, there's not really much else to do. Like, for some reason, you know how like in the old games, when you beat the game, they'd always have the all mixed up mode. Like, so you'd see that the elephant like house or something, you'd go in there and it'd be like all of the levels like mixed up in one. That's not in this version. And I don't know why. Because, like, so once you beat the game, that's it. There's not really anything else to do. I know there's, like, multiplayer modes in that, but, you know, I'm not going to do... I don't have anyone to play multiplayer with, and I've not played the multiplayer modes, but, like, it just seems weird that, like, they completely took out... Like, that's, like, one of the best modes. Like, all the extra modes in there just doesn't feel like it's there anymore, and I don't know why. It's so weird. It's still a great game, but it's, like... we beat the game in like a few hours, and then there's not really much else to do. You just play the levels again, but like there's no like extra modes to play once you've beaten it, and it's so strange, and I don't know why they did it that way. Yeah? Again, still great, still amazing, still recommend you play it. And last up for January, My Brother's Wonder. Yeah, this game is... Do I need to say much else on this one? This game was amazing. This game was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. My Brother's Wonder. This is what the new Super Mario Bros. Games should have been. Like, I'm super excited to see what they do next. Obviously, the Switch 2 has been announced. And I assume... You have to assume they'll do a sequel to this game, or maybe like a different... You'd have to think a sequel. This did so well, and it really revitalised people's love about 2D Mario that... Surely they've got to do something else. And I think there's so many more unique ideas that they could do that I feel like this won't go as like... We won't be bored of it as we were with the new Super Mario Bros. Games, because they felt so like sort of old by the time we got to the Wii U version. But like, yeah, this is still a really, really amazing game, really fantastic. If you haven't played it yet, you are 100% missing out. So that was January, now we're on to February. This is another re-platinum on PS3, Final Fantasy World 2010. So, yeah, fun fact about this one and Legends of WrestleMania. These are the only wrestling games that do not have online trophies. Meaning that you can still platinum this game. Because all the other SmackDown vs. Raw and all the other WWE and all the other 2K games, they have online trophies and all of the online servers have been shut down. So, this is the only one in the WWE, like SmackDown vs. Raw series that you can still platinum. And yeah, it's again very easy platinum to get. I think it's just like beat Road to WrestleMania and then do career mode, and there's probably like some bonus like extra ones on there. But like, yeah, it's a super easy platinum to get, and I just like the fact that I was able to get the platinum of one of these old games, because again, all of the other ones are now impossible because the servers have been shut down. Which is why online trophies suck so much. Like all the 2K games, like the recent one, which we'll get to in a minute, like those servers are going to be shut down soon. So when you get the platinum, better start doing it now, because you know, once the servers get shut down and the My Faction is unavailable, we won't be able to play it anymore. So yeah, super happy that this one doesn't have online trophies, so you can still platinum it. This game's okay. I guess I'll just mention the game briefly. I mean, this is back with Road to WrestleMania, which I really like. I kind of wish they'd bring back. Oh yeah, this also has custom story in it, so you have to make your own custom story. I think I did like a small, like, I started making a story in there, but then I think I kind of just gave up, like, because you only have to do like a small one, and that's how you get the trophy. But like, still really fun. Like, that's my other. This game has like two features I really want to see come back: Road to WrestleMania and custom story. Yeah. Apart from that, like, yeah. I think this one is a good game. I've got lots of nostalgia for this one, but I know for a lot of people these games they kind of blend together. Yeah. Next up, so this is my first digital game, another platinum, Jet Rider 2. So last year I did Jet Rider 1. So when this got put on PlayStation Plus, I thought I'll do this one as well. Yeah, it's one of those like, again, very easy platinum. I think it's one of those ones where it comes a bit of a grind near the end, because you've got to do like, I think it was like 100 races or like 100 wins or something. So once you're like, that's the only trophy you have to do left. You just got to keep like racing. It can get kind of boring when you get to that point, but it still is quite a fun game. I still did like it, and I see there's a third one, so hopefully that gets put on PlayStation Plus at some point soon. Because it's weird that I haven't put that one on yet, because I think Jet Rider 2 came out not long after Jet Rider 1, which I believe is called Jet Moto in America. But yeah, hopefully I think there's a third one, so hopefully they put the third one on as well, because that was pretty fun as well. But yeah, Jet Rider 2, they're fun games. They're like sort of jet ski racing, like futuristic jet ski games, but I think they're quite fun. They're quite interesting. Like, they're unique games that I would like never have played if they weren't on PlayStation Plus. This is one of the great things about PlayStation Plus, is that it does let you play games that you probably would have never played before. Like, I never would have given the time of day, but because it's on there, I could just play it, and yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. So nothing for March. Weirdly, I didn't have a single game in March. I don't know why. I guess I was doing something in March. I might have been ill. I think I remember I was like really ill around this time, like up in February, like post February, March. I think I've been quite ill, so not like super ill, just like having like a cold or a cough and that, and you don't really want to play games when you're not feeling well, But yeah, next up is April. This one's an interesting one. This is kind of a weird one. I don't know if this counts because I got all the trophies in it, but there's no platinum. Jetpack Joyride Deluxe. So do you remember Jetpack Joyride? It was that mobile phone game. I think you could still play actually. It's managed to go even to modern times, but yeah, there's a PS3 version that was put on PlayStation streaming. I think this was around the time I got really into PlayStation streaming, the PS3 streaming. So there'll be quite a few other games coming up on here, and I saw that it was on there, and I saw that there were like trophies you can get. So I thought, oh, I'll go for all the trophies. And yeah, one of the trophies is like, there's a reason why people don't usually go for all the trophies on this game, is that one of the trophies is, it's not hard, it's a grind. So you know, like the whole, they have the like daily challenges thing. I think it was something like you had to do you have to complete the daily challenges like, I think it was like on like 50 or 100 times or something. I think it might have been 50. It was like you had to do it like almost every day for like 50 days and to like do all the daily missions and that. And yeah, it was like fun. Like I love this game. That's the reason why I went on to do like all the trophies, because I do enjoy the game. But like, and all the other trophies, it was just a fun sort of trophy to get. It's a shame there was no platinum, because I really did enjoy getting all the trophies. So I wish there was a platinum in it. Like obviously, like I'm fine with getting all the trophies if there's no platinum, but like obviously you want the platinum because the platinum is just a cool thing to have in your collection, in like your digital collection and that. But it was still really fun. Again, I love this game and all the other challenges to do. And yeah, Jetpack Joyride, just play it. It's really fun. Obviously, it's free on iPhones, so just pick it up because it's amazing. So yeah, next up, speaking of the PS3 streaming, the next game I beat was Sly Raccoon, or Sly Cooper in America, because as we heard from Caddy, Cooper was a bad word over here. It's not. It's so funny that he made people think it was. That's so funny. Yeah. So yeah, this is another one. This was part of the Sly trilogy on PS3, but again it was on PlayStation streaming, so I played through that. I never played the Sly Cooper games. I mean, I saw all the PS3 like games on there, and I just like played a bunch of them briefly, and then I played Sly Cooper, and I really enjoyed it, so I just kept playing it, and I, to beat it, and also it was an easy platinum as well, so I got a platinum on that as well. Annoyingly, I think as almost like not long after I beat the game, they didn't put it back. They didn't put like the PS2 version on PS4 as like the PlayStation Plus stuff. So, and it's got a completely different trophy list, so I might have to go and beat that one. I might have to beat it again at some point to get that one, but because the one on PS3, the one that was part of the Sly trilogy, is super easy. Like, it was a really fun game. Like, I really enjoyed playing it. It's kind of like, because like I say with the first one, it's a bit like Crash Bandicoot in a way, where you just go through a level and like you got to collect a bunch of stuff as well. You got to collect all the clue bottles, and then you get like different power ups and that. It was really fun. Like I really enjoyed it. Like I never played any of the Sly Cooper games before, and I'm really glad I played it because I really enjoyed it. And you'll spoil it for the rest of this video. You will see Sly Cooper 2 at some point, because that one was good as well. Last up for April. This one's not technically a beat. This is more of just a platinum, so more like just a going off to finish it. Life is Strange. So I played this game. I beat this game years ago, and I remember really liking it. I don't know if I would like it again now. I think more people have like, in the years have gone past, people have like gone to analyze the story and realized it's kind of like not great, and Chloe is just an annoying character. Like that was one thing, like going through like the little cutscenes was like, because basically I had to get the platinum for it, so you have to go and like take pictures of certain stuff. Thankfully there's like an easier way to get it. Like you don't have to play through the whole game again. You can just go to like specific levels, sections in the episodes and get it that way, so that was good. But you still have to go through the cutscenes, and yeah, watching through the cutscenes you really see how much of an annoying character Chloe is. Like she just sucks. She's just really, I think people say that she's like the definition, she's almost like a representation of an abusive relationship, but like the game wants you to be on her side. The game wants you to think that she's the good character when she really isn't. She's really like not nice. So it probably doesn't hurt. It probably hurts the game, because the whole point of the game is the relationship between the two characters, and if you find Chloe irritating, it's kind of hard to then buy into that relationship because she's an annoying character. But yeah, so yeah, I think I got this because I got this platinum because it was an easy platinum to get, and it was like, it's in my collection, so I thought it's an easy one to get, I might as well do it. So that was it. I mean, I don't like going for like easy platinums just because they're easy. Like I want to at least be a game that I enjoy, or at least I've beaten, or at least I kind of like. Like obviously with this one, like maybe I don't like it as much now, but I do have those memories of beating it the first time and really enjoying it. So I just want to get the platinum for that reason. So yeah, that was when I got a platinum, like an easy platinum, but it was a platinum that I actually wanted to get. Next up for May, so this is another one that's like technically just getting all the trophies, but also beating the game. The very first Strong Bad Telltale episode. So the full title is Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People. This was the first episode called Homestar Ruiner. So This is like very early Telltale. So this is like pre-Walking Dead, pre like all the other stuff, like the Borderlands stuff. So this is like very early Walking Dead. So it's not like sort of making choices and that. It's just like it is just a basic point and click game. And I love it because I love Homestar Runner. Like, I'm sure you can tell by my username and my profile picture that I like Homestar Runner. And I remember this was actually how I discovered Homestar Runner. I remember years ago, like so long ago, I think it was the Wii Viewer. He did like a review of all of the Strong Bad episodes. And I just found it so interesting, like the look of it. And then I played the games and I watched the show. Unfortunately, I joined late when they were in their hiatus. But yeah, I go back to rewatch all of them and I really love it. And I became that big fan. But yeah, so this is again just doing all the trophies. Again, it's kind of easy trophies. I mean, some of them are kind of annoying. Like I had to look up a guide just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't think there are any missables. I think just doing the game normally and you should be able to do it. I mean, I haven't done the other episodes yet. That would be like something to do. Because this is another one that was on PS3 streaming. Originally, I started doing this on my PS3. And then I looked up and found out it is on like the PlayStation Plus streaming for service. So I did it that way. But yeah, I probably will go and do the other episodes at some point, maybe next year. There's a lot of games I'm playing through. Like I'm doing my own challenge this year, so I might not be able to have played those kind of games yet. But yeah, I mean, again, they're easy platinum. They're, again, not platinums. It's not a platinum trophy. I just like getting all the trophies because I like the game. Yeah, so okay. Speaking of easy platinums, this one might be one of those like easy platinums I just got for the sake of it. It's called Pinball Heroes. It's a PSP game that was on the PlayStation Plus service, and it's another easy platinum to get because it's just you just have to get high scores, and because you've got save states, it's really easy to just save for like you to get the high scores and that. Again, this is one of those like ones that is technically a super easy platinum to just get, but I like pinball, so when I saw it was an easy platinum to get, I thought I like pinball, so I'll go and get and do it. It is quite fun because they've got boards based on like PlayStation games. There's a MotorStorm one, there's Modern Nation Racers, Everybody's Golf I think was one as well. Yeah, like I enjoy playing it, but again, like the part of me that feels bad because it is an easy platinum to get, but whatever. Like I'm not against getting easy platinums as long as I actually want to play the game. Like I'm not gonna be one of the people who plays like the My Name Is Mayo kind of things or those kind of games. Like there has to be a reason for you to want to actually play that game, and I like pinball, so that gave me the reason to play that game. Next up, another platinum. Again, you can see here all of the platinums now. All of the platinums are all coming together and that. Next up, but this one's actually a proper platinum. This is like part of my sort of thing I really want to do. I don't know if I mentioned it in my last video, in the last year's video, but one thing I want to do is I want to platinum all of the Lego games on PlayStation. That's my goal, is I want to platinum every Lego game on there. And the first one I did, so last year I did Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, and this year my first platinum in that challenge was the Lego Movie game, because this is on PlayStation Plus as well. Like they're all on PlayStation Plus as well, like most of them are, so that's going to be an easy way to get most of the trophies. I mean, I know at some point they probably will get taken off, but by that point I'll probably buy them and that. But yeah, Lego Movie game. Actually the first PS4 game I ever played. Yeah, when we got our PS4, that was my first game on the PS4. So, yeah, it's a typical Lego game. I don't really know what else to say. Platinum is fun. That's one of the reasons I want to get those Lego Platinums is because they're not like super hard, but not super easy either. Like you actually do have to do stuff. Like you have to get all the collectibles, and there's like little miscellaneous stuff you have to do. Like I think one of the ones here was like, oh, you had to kill Emmett as like one of the robots, and like stuff like that. Like there's like really like unique platinums to get, like unique challenges to get. But yeah, I like Lego Movie game. It was pretty fun. Like I don't know if how I would rank it on all my Lego games yet. I mean, obviously there's a couple of Lego games coming. I mean, there's one other Lego game coming in this year. I don't know if I did another one. I think I only did 2 platinums. But yeah, again, I do think the Lego games are kind of like blending together into one. Like they're all good, but there's a reason why I think I kind of got burnt out of this series, because so many of them were just so similar. But this one was pretty good because I liked the way that all the characters move like they are in the Lego Movie. And like, obviously you have to do a Lego game based on a Lego Movie. It would just been stupid not to do that. Like that's why I was annoyed they never did a Lego Batman game, because I know it was in Lego Dimensions, but it's a shame they didn't do a full Lego Batman game, because that would have been fun. I mean, Lego Batman Movie, I know there were Lego Batman games, but okay, stop talking. Next up, okay, another easy platinum. This is another like PlayStation Plus one, a Super Stardust Portable. I don't have much else to say about this one. Again, it was a platinum I saw that was easy, so I thought I'd get it. It was a fun game. It was like a weird like spaceship shooter game. I think one of my trophies kind of bugged out for me the first time I played it, because it was like one of those like having to be in like a level for a long time. And I swear I was in it for like ages and the trophy just didn't pop. So I had to sort of do it again. So I sort of took a break from it, went back to do it, and it popped that time. So yeah, got the platinum. It is a fun game. Like I would definitely recommend it. I mean, again, one of the good things about doing it on the PSP, like PlayStation Plus stuff, is that you've got the rewind features and the save state, so it's super easy to get. That might be considered cheating, and yes, it is, but whatever, it's fun. It's a fun way of doing it. That's just how I like to do it. I'm sorry. I'm a fake gamer. Next up, this one's very weird that this is here, but I guess must have been just put on the Switch Online feature. Super Mario Land, the first one. I think I just was playing it, and because it's a really short game, I beat it. So I guess it classifies as beat. Yeah, Mario Land, the first one, is decent. I mean, obviously it was the first handheld one. I mean, for the first handheld platformer like that, it really is quite decent. I mean, obviously it's nowhere near as good as Mario Land 2. Mario Land 2 is genuinely fantastic. I think I've said before that I consider that game to be one of the most underrated Mario games of all time. Even though it's on the Game Boy, it's still really fun, and I really, really like it. But Mario Land 1 is good. Obviously, it's weird. It's not. You don't have fire flowers. You have super balls, and all the Koopas blow up and that. It's a weird game, but I guess that's why it's kind of unique in that way. Yeah, not really much else to say. You probably all know Mario Land. Next up, another platinum that was kind of easy. Twisted Metal. So again, this is on PlayStation Plus, PS1. Yeah, this is one of those annoying platinums because it's obviously Twisted Metal, the vehicular combat game with lots of different characters. But most of the trophies is just beat the game with this character, which could be annoying. Thankfully, there was a password system that sent you straight to the final boss or the final level, so you can do it that way. But that was just annoying. So it's I'm doing all that currently in my spare time. I'm doing I just did the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I did the Capcom Fighting collection, and that similarly has you have to beat the game with every character. But luckily with that one, it's a lot easier. But yeah, it's just so annoying. Again, thank God for a password, because if I had to go through every stage, every character, I wouldn't have bothered. But yeah, Twisted Metal was fun. I mean, it's quite. I don't want to say it's dated, but you can tell it was a very early PS1 game, with the way it looks and the way it plays. I'd love to see another Twisted Metal game. I'd love to see them bring this series back. I know they did a reboot on PS3, but I don't think that did well. Obviously, it didn't. It perhaps done that well because we never got another one. But then they're doing a series, aren't they? They've just done a series because Samoa Joe's in it because he plays Sweet Tooth, and Anthony Mackie's in it as well. Haven't seen it. I've heard good things about it. I should have a look at that. I should have a look at that because, I mean, now that I've beaten the game, I should have a look at it. But I've heard good things about the Twisted Metal show. We live in a weird era where these video game movies and video game TV shows are actually good now. I mean, of course, we still get a Borderlands every now and then, but most of them seem to be quite loved. Next, okay, this is another basic one, another small one. Tori 3D. So this is it's a weird sort of N64 styled game, on the Switch. Yeah, not really much else to say. It's just a fun game, just a nice little platform. It's really cheap. I think it's under £1. So you can't really go wrong for something that's that cheap. So yeah, if you want a smaller game on Switch, I would 100% pick it up. Knowing me, this is probably one of those games I played whilst I was watching stuff on TV, because that's something I like to do sometimes. If I'm watching stuff, I like to just have my Switch with me and then just play through some games. Some bigger games can be, I might do that sometimes with you'll see later on the list some big games that I played whilst watching TV. But yeah, not much to say about Tori 3D. And actually, this is probably another one I did that with, because I forgot this wasn't on my list as well. Mario Land 2. So I mentioned Mario Land 1, must have just made me want to go and play Mario Land 2 again. So this is obviously on Switch Online again. Again, like I said, Mario Land 2, really good. I really find this game to be underrated. I think more people need to play this game, because I think this game is really, really fun, and people should really give this game a go. Again, it's on Switch Online, so if you've got Switch Online, you probably have Switch Online if you've got a Switch. But yeah, Mario Land 2 is really good. 100% play it. It's really fun. I really like it. And last up for me, got another physical game. It's been ages and they've all been digital, but WWE 2K24. So this would have been me getting the platinum, because this was the first time I ever did a platinumed one of the new WWE games. I've wanted to do it in the past. I think the online focus and the My Faction stuff has always put me off doing it, and the My GM stuff. But I was like, this year, no, I'm into platinum. I'm into trophy hunting, so I 100% want to get the platinum trophy. And yeah, I think it was an easy-ish trophy. I mean, the My Faction stuff was like just kind of annoying because I just had to. It was more of a grind stuff, like having to like play through a lot of that. The My GM stuff was annoying because I don't play My GM. My GM's just not my thing. I know like a lot of other people love it. I know for a lot of people that's the reason they play this game, and half of those people. But for me, My GM just not. It's just isn't my stuff. I like the old GM modes, back in like 07 and that, where it was just it felt like a proper like booking the show. I don't like the way they do it now. I'm just not a fan. I don't like that they've made it more gamey. Like I know that like the way people play it kind of works that way, but for me personally, I preferred how it was like in 07. That's just me. That's just my opinion. That's just my take. I know I'm known in the minority on that one. Lots of people love My GM in these games, but yeah, that's just my sort of take on that mode. But yeah, so I guess I'll just mention the story modes in this one. Showcase mode. I mean, I think this was the breaking point for a lot of people on Showcase mode. I actually really didn't mind it this year. I didn't mind it in this game. I thought it was okay. I quite liked the 30 years of WrestleMania. No, sorry, 40 years of WrestleMania. 30 years of WrestleMania was last year. Was the previous like 2K14. So I liked that style. But again, I agree with everyone is that the stupid sling stock technology where you go from they just show you the real footage sucks. And I'm so happy that they finally listened to everyone, because 2K25 has not got that at all. It's back to cutscenes. And I'm glad they've done that. I think this was because this was the breaking point. So many people criticised it in this year's game that I'm happy that 2K actually listened to everyone and were like, okay, we're gonna go back to having cutscenes and that. And I'm looking forward to next year's Showcase. I think it'll be quite fun. I really didn't like the My Wife stories in these games. I thought the men's one was really stupid because like you win the championship and their whole point is that you go and have like a year-long title reign like Roman, but they just skip over most of it. Like you're just like all over the place like in the timeline, so it doesn't feel like I had like a long title reign. It just doesn't feel like it at all. Like I really didn't like the Showcase mode, like the men's My Wife one. I didn't really like the women's one. Women's one was better. But I didn't like the way they did handle that one either, because there's a bit where like you have to like choose like 3 different stories. So it's like, oh, do you want to be a creepy girl? Do you want to be a team up with Rhea Ripley? Do you want to be an action like movie star in that? But the problem is that you have to do all 3. So it doesn't really feel like you get a choice because you have to do them all in the end. I mean, in a way, it makes it mean that you don't have to go back and do it for the trophies, because that was one thing I had to do on the men's ones. I had to replay sections of it to get the trophy. So at least I didn't have to do it in the women's one. But then there's also a weird bit at the end of the story where you get like signed back to your original company, and then you and like your friend get into an argument and a rivalry, but that's over, and like sort of 3 matches later you're back to being friends again. Like it was just such a lame story that I just didn't find fun at all. I just hated the story. I just hated how it was done. I just thought it was so lame. I really hope My Rise is better next year. Confused on how they're going to do it, because from the sounds of things, like we don't know anything about My Rise yet. I don't know when this is being uploaded. They might have uploaded the trailer by now, but at this point now, I don't know how it's going to be done. All they've said is it's one story. I don't know if that means you play as only a man or a woman, or if you like it's like 2K20 where you make both a man and a woman. I kind of hope it's the latter, because I liked making the female characters as well. I liked doing both men's and female stories. I liked having like my 2 characters, because I then put them in like my own stories, and I quite liked how that kind of made me want to use those characters. So I kind of hope that they let you use a man and a woman like just in the one story. It'd be a shame that like these characters that I've kind of like fell in love with these characters that I've created. So it'd be a shame that like one of them wouldn't be allowed to do the story. It'd probably the women's story, because I'll obviously want to make myself in that game. But yeah, overall I've rambled a bit. Yeah, I said a lot about this in my other video. So yeah, 2K24. I love this game, but I also hate it at the same time.